Some people are just so impressive. They just really are. Like, right now in this country, we have a lot of silliness. There's a lot of, like, ridiculous political correctness taken to extremes. All this silly social justice warrior nonsense taken to extremes. All this silly microaggression stuff taken to extremes. But the world's a lot larger than just the United States. And sometimes things come out and go viral, and I'm enough lost in my own world, hiding under my rock or whatever it is I do, that I miss them. So last night I came across the video that came out about 2.5 years ago, like in July of 2013. It was of this young, beautiful 11-year-old girl that had been sold by her parents into marriage, and she ran away to her uncle. And I was just so insanely impressed by how clearly she expressed herself, how well she grasped the world around her. She was just a really impressive human being, even though she was so ridiculously young. And you know, when you're surrounded by so many adults, even over the age of 30, that seem like such babies and such simpletons and like just weak. It's amazing to see that kind of strength and intelligence in an 11-year-old girl. And obviously, seeing her passion just to be left alone, just to be a little girl, just to be a kid, just to live in peace, and her having to struggle just to have such simple desires met, makes you angry. You're like, gosh darn, how do we still have places in the world like this? It irritates you. Like, you try to think, what can I possibly do to make a difference about something like this? Like, that's always been my thing. I know there's stuff in this world that sucks. We know there's people going hungry. We know there's human trafficking. We know there's a lot of really, really stupid, evil stuff on this planet. But I don't see the point on focusing on it if you're not going to do anything to change it. Because all that does is depress you and make your life suck. And I'm not saying happiness is the only thing in life that's important, but if this being down, being depressed, hating something doesn't do anything to help the situation, why go through it? I think if it inspires you to take action and to improve the situation, then yeah, it's good. But when I don't know how to take action and improve the situation, what's the point of me dwelling on it? But when it is right in your face like that, you're like, gosh darn. It makes you mad. It makes you wish that you were super, super rich and a person of great influence and power that had some kind of leverage to make a difference on something like this. And it makes me kind of mad at all these people that are putting all this energy and passion into stupid things, like someone's wearing such and such a costume, or someone said something that's some kind of microaggression offensive. It's like, why don't you people take all that energy and all that passion and pour it someplace where it can make a difference, like a real difference? There are real problems in this world, and I mentioned that in the video I did on microaggressions. But seriously, man, it's crazy that there's still places in the world where things like this happen. Like, it was so easy to identify with this little girl's struggle. It was so easy to just fall in love with her and wish the best for her and wish there was some way you could just go and help. Like, You just wanted to pull her out of that, but it's so far away. The good news is things did work out for this specific girl. Like she was an exceptional young lady, and because of her strong will, because of her strong passion, and because she shared her voice with the world through a video like that, and she was such a charismatic young girl, she succeeded in escaping the situation. And so at least this specific situation ended well. There's like people that misrepresented this video and said like she got killed and stuff afterwards, but I saw interviews of this exact same girl in a much better setting where she was free and stuff, so you know that those are false. They were probably doing that to bring light to this horrible real life situation in the world. And I don't know, I don't like to be dishonest and untruthful regardless. Like, I think you could very much say this story ended well, but there's other girls just like her that things aren't gonna end well for, so this still needs your cause. But because like if you say that she died, well, it's not like people are gonna move to help a dead girl because they're like, what can we do, she's dead already. So I don't see the difference between saying that she died or that things worked out well for her. Either way, we saw where she was at before she had escaped and how much frustration and entrapment she felt. And we know that there's real life people like that all over that are still in that same situation. And I don't know that this video is gonna do any good. I mean, nobody even like looks at my videos. I have like 9 subscribers or something, so I don't know. It's one of those things where when you see it, it makes such an impact that you feel like you gotta do something, but you don't know how to do something. It's just craziness. I don't know how humans get so twisted. Like, I don't know why it's so hard just to leave each other in peace and live your lives, you know? I understand there's only so many resources and there's competition and there's all kinds of silly stuff, but like, it seems like we take it so far overboard that there's no way whatsoever to justify it, and that we do that all the time. It'd be awesome just to have a ton of wisdom. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere with this or accomplishing anything, so I'm just gonna put an end to it, and maybe some of you can come up with better ideas than me.